Did you know ancient Egyptians worshipped onions as symbols of life? These seemingly simple vegetables had a profound meaning in ancient Egyptian culture. Their unique layered structure, with rings within rings, symbolized infinity and the eternal cycle of life and death. Egyptians believed that life didn't end with death. Rather, it transformed into another phase of existence. Because of this belief, onions were often placed in the tombs of pharaohs. This was done to ensure that the rulers had sustenance in the afterlife. Even more fascinating is the discovery of onions in the eye sockets of mummies, such as Pharaoh Ramses IV. These finds highlight just how important onions were in their spiritual practices and views on immortality. This reverence for onions shows us how a common food item can take on deep cultural and spiritual significance, shaping beliefs about life beyond death in ancient civilizations. So the next time you slice an onion, remember that for the Egyptians, it was not just a vegetable, but a powerful emblem of eternity. Did you know Mercedes-Benz invented a joystick for driving? This groundbreaking innovation emerged in 1996 with their F200 model, allowing passengers to take the wheel in a whole new way. Instead of the traditional steering wheel, this unique design featured a self-made joystick that controlled both the speed and steering of the car. Think of it as a game controller for a real vehicle. This not only made it easier to control the car from the passenger seat, but also opened up exciting possibilities for driver assistance technologies. The F200's joystick was part of a broader trend in automotive technology designed to enhance safety and convenience. Imagine a scenario where someone could navigate a car caringly, monitoring the road from the comfort of the passenger seat. This innovation lit the way for future advancements in autonomous driving and smart vehicle controls. The creation of the joystick showcases Mercedes-Benz's commitment to pushing boundaries and rethinking how we interact with vehicles. What else could the future hold in driving technology? Turns out, the truth is that sloths are incredible divers. You might think of sloths as the slowpokes of the animal kingdom, but there's much more to these fascinating creatures than meets the eye. One of their most amazing skills is the ability to hold their breath for an astonishing 40 minutes. This unique talent is crucial for their survival. When sloths feel threatened by predators, they can easily slip into the water, where they become nearly invisible. This strategy not only keeps them safe, but also opens up new food adventures. Sloths primarily munch on leaves and fruits high in the trees, but sometimes they need to venture down to the water below to explore different food sources. Whether they're hiding from danger or searching for their favorite treats, sloths are perfectly equipped for their relaxed yet resourceful lifestyle. With their slow movements and penchant for tree dwelling, these creatures prove that there's more to life than speed. So the next time you catch a glimpse of a sloth hanging lazily in a tree, remember, their hidden talents are more than just slow living. They're adaptability at its finest. Believe it or not, the Tough Guy Challenge tests your limits. This thrilling annual event in Telford, England, isn't just a race. It's a grueling adventure, attracting thousands of hardy competitors each year. Spanning 9.3 miles, participants face an intense mix of 32 obstacles designed to push them to their physical and mental extremes. Picture yourself crawling under electrified wires, climbing over slippery walls, and even crossing fiery pits. It's so challenging that nearly 50% of brave souls drop out before reaching the finish line. Many come to tackle their fears, boost their fitness, or simply enjoy the camaraderie found in such a tough environment. Plus, the exhilarating atmosphere, with cheers and supportive teammates, makes it a unique experience. Are you ready to test your limits and see if you can conquer the Tough Guy Challenge? Witness an unforgettable moment in football history. During a thrilling 2016 Premier League match between Hull City and Leicester City, football fans were left in awe when players Abel Hernandez and Adama Diomande pulled off a remarkable double overhead kick. This incredible display of skill and coordination seemed almost choreographed as the two players sprang into action simultaneously. As Hernandez launched the ball high into the air, Diomande astutely positioned himself for the perfect connection. Just as they reached their peak, both players executed the kick, striking the ball with precision that left spectators gasping. This was not just about scoring, It was about the elegance and teamwork in a sport that often showcases individual brilliance. Such exceptional moments remind us why football captures the hearts of millions worldwide. Who could forget the sheer excitement and thrill of seeing two players work in perfect harmony, creating a highlight that fans would talk about for years? Prepare to be amazed by toothpaste taste tricks. Sodium lauryl sulfate, a common ingredient in many toothpastes, has a surprising effect on your taste buds. This powerful compound works by temporarily dulling your ability to taste sweetness. Imagine brushing your teeth and then taking a sip of orange juice. Instead of the usual burst of sweetness, you might taste something entirely different. This happens because sodium lauryl sulfate interferes with the receptors on your tongue, responsible for recognizing sweet flavors. So if you enjoy a refreshing glass of juice or a sweet treat after brushing, you might notice it doesn't taste quite right. This quirky interaction raises questions about how our choices in dental hygiene can transform our eating experiences. So next time you brush, remember that your toothpaste could be the reason your favorite flavors feel a bit off. Did you know Bluetooth honors a Viking king? The name Bluetooth actually comes from a fascinating figure in history, Harald Bluetooth, a Viking king from Denmark. Harald lived in the 10th century and was known for uniting various tribes in Denmark, much like how Bluetooth technology helps different devices connect effortlessly. The story goes that a Danish king united warring factions, creating a harmony that was key to his leadership. Similarly, Bluetooth technology merges devices, allowing them to communicate wirelessly and easily. The creator of the technology, Jim Kardak, chose this name not just for its catchy vibe, but also for the spirit of collaboration that Bluetooth embodies. So every time you connect your phone to your wireless headphones or share files between devices, think of King Harald and his efforts to bring people together. It's a modern nod to a past leader who played a crucial role in ensuring that diverse groups could work for a common goal. Isn't it amazing how technology can connect us, just as a Viking king once did? Can you believe how special the number 7 is? This iconic digit is often seen as lucky in many cultures, but it also holds a unique spot in mathematics. Unlike other single-digit numbers, 7 doesn't follow the usual multiplication patterns that most numbers do. For instance, if you multiply two single-digit numbers, you often end up with very predictable results. But 7 surprises us by standing apart, creating a number of fascinating properties. This peculiarity boosts its charm, leading people to associate it with good fortune. You'll find 7 popping up in our lives constantly. Think of the 7 wonders of the world, the 7 continents, even the 7 days of the week. All this adds to the mystery and allure of this number. So whether you see it as a symbol of luck or just an intriguing mathematical oddity, 7 certainly has a special place in our hearts and minds. What if I told you about America's hidden slavery history? By the 1800s, a significant shift had taken place in the lives of enslaved people in the United States. Many of these individuals were several generations removed from Africa, having been born into slavery in America. This contrasted sharply with the experiences of enslaved people in regions like the Caribbean and South America, where a larger portion of the enslaved population continued to arrive from Africa. In the U.S., the growing practice of breeding enslaved individuals became more common, leading to a unique and complex culture that was shaped by both African traditions and American conditions. The descendants of these slaves developed a rich tapestry of music, food, and traditions that blended their ancestral heritage with the realities of their lives in America. While slavery was an institution marked by brutal oppression, it also gave rise to resilience and creativity among those who were enslaved, influencing everything from spirituals to Southern cuisine. This history reminds us that the roots of American culture are intertwined with deep and often painful legacies that continue to resonate today. Explore Norway's incredible ice cave tucked in a glacier. This natural marvel resides within the Jostedalsbreen Glacier, the largest glacier on mainland Europe. Stretching over 200 meters, 656 feet, the ice cave reveals a breathtaking underground world filled with stunning blue ice formations and unique geological features. These striking blue hues are created when centuries of compressed snow filter sunlight, only allowing the blue wavelengths to shine through. But this glacier isn't just a feast for the eyes. It also acts as a critical freshwater resource for the region. Understanding how the Jostedalsbreen melts is vital for scientists monitoring climate change, as it offers essential clues about environmental shifts. Along with its scientific significance, the cavern attracts explorers and photographers eager to capture its ethereal beauty. With each visit, they get to marvel at nature's artistry, making the ice cave a remarkable destination for everyone who loves adventure and the wonders of our planet. Wouldn't you want to see this icy wonder yourself? Surprisingly, it's a fact that sharks aren't our biggest risk. In Australia, residents face a drowning threat that is about 20 times higher than the risk of being bitten by a shark. This statistic challenges the fear many people have regarding shark attacks, which are often sensationalized in the media. While images of ferocious sharks can trigger anxiety about swimming in the ocean, the truth is that your chances of encountering a shark incident are extremely slim. In fact, you are more likely to win a major lottery prize than to suffer any shark-related accident. This fascinating comparison highlights how most fears are often based on myths rather than reality. So before you skip that beach trip or avoid the waves, remember that staying safe in the water involves more about awareness and caution around swimming skills and conditions than worrying about sharks. Isn't it time to rethink our ocean fears? Ever thought about why we share traits with giraffes? It's astonishing to learn that both humans and giraffes have exactly 7 cervical vertebrae. This fact highlights a fascinating aspect of evolution, where different species can develop unique physical characteristics despite sharing similar anatomical structures. While our cervical vertebrae are roughly the size of a typical finger, a giraffe's vertebrae can stretch up to a remarkable 10 inches each. This structural difference allows giraffes to tower over the savanna, reaching heights of up to 6.5 yards or more. Their long necks enable them to feed on leaves that are high up in trees, a food source inaccessible to many other herbivores. This remarkable adaptation not only provides them with ample food, but also plays a vital role in their survival in the competitive ecosystems of Africa. The similarities between our neck structures serve as a reminder of our shared evolutionary journey, illustrating how nature tailors specific traits to help species adapt to their environments. So the next time you gaze at a giraffe, marvel at the shared traits we possess, even if one of us towers over the other. Did you know a coconut is more than just a fruit? Often called the tree of life, the coconut is botanically classified as a drupe. This unique classification means that while we often think of coconuts as fruits, they also fit the definition of nuts and seeds. Every single part of the coconut is incredibly useful. The white flesh can be eaten fresh, dried, or used in various dishes, while the water inside is refreshing and hydrating, making for delicious drinks. The tough outer husk can be transformed into ropes, mats, and even fuel. Interestingly, the shells can be crafted into bowls or musical instruments, showcasing their versatility. With so many uses, it's no wonder people in many cultures celebrate the coconut for its contributions to cuisine, craft, and culture. So next time you enjoy a coconut-based dish, think about all the incredible ways we utilize this amazing fruit. What's your favorite way to enjoy coconuts? Have you ever wondered why Britain's triangle trade was so impactful? This complex system of commerce, which thrived during the 17th and 18th centuries, significantly shaped Britain's wealth and altered global trade dynamics. The triangle trade consisted of 3 key routes. British ships transported manufactured goods, such as textiles and metalwares, to Africa in exchange for enslaved individuals. These captives endured horrific conditions during their voyage across the Atlantic to the Americas, where they were forced to labor on expansive sugar plantations. This brutal industry sought to meet the soaring demand for sugar in Europe, leading to immense profits for the plantation owners. After a successful harvest, ships returned to Britain loaded with sugar, molasses, and rum, enriching merchants and bolstering Britain's position as a dominant consumer. However, the trade created devastating impacts on African societies, causing displacement and social upheaval that reverberate to this day. The The triangle trade's legacy reveals complex connections between commerce, colonization, and human rights, raising important questions about the ethical dimensions of trade and its implications for our world. What if I told you about Auckland's Sky Tower? This iconic structure stands tall at 1,076 feet, making it the tallest building in the Southern Hemisphere. Located in the heart of New Zealand's largest city, the Sky Tower offers breathtaking views that attract both locals and tourists. As you ascend, you'll experience a thrilling sensation, with observation decks that provide 360-degree panoramas of the bustling city below and the serene waters of the Waitemata Harbor. On a clear day, you can even catch a glimpse of the stunning Rangitoto Island and the lush landscapes beyond. The tower is not just a visual marvel, it's also a hub of activity with restaurants, shops, and adventure experiences like the Sky Jump, where adrenaline seekers can leap off the edge for a heart-pounding free fall. Whether you're capturing photos, enjoying a meal, or simply soaking in the views, the Sky Tower is a must-visit destination in Auckland. Would you dare to take the plunge from its edge? Is it really true that surprising truth? 1/3 of Italians avoid the internet? It might come as a shock in our digitally dominated age, but nearly 1/3 of Italians consciously choose to unplug and fully embrace life beyond screens. Instead of endlessly scrolling through social media platforms, many Italians find joy in activities like reading daily newspapers, enjoying rich conversations over a steaming cup of coffee at a local cafe, and savoring the simple pleasures of everyday life. This practice springs from deep-rooted cultural values that prioritize meaningful connections and real-life interactions over the fleeting nature of online engagement. Picture a sunlit Italian piazza, bustling and alive, with the laughter of children, the clatter of espresso cups, and animated discussions under the shade of ancient trees. For these Italians, the act of living in the moment includes delights such as the aroma of freshly baked pizza wafting through the air, or engaging with friends to share stories from their daily routines. This commitment to community and real-world experiences illustrates how stepping away from technology can cultivate richer, more fulfilling lives. Isn't it time we learn from this Italian approach? This might surprise you. Unbelievable prairie dog greetings we can all learn from. It's fascinating to watch these social little creatures engage in their unique form of communication. When prairie dogs encounter each other, they forgo the typical human gestures of greeting. Instead, they tenderly nuzzle their snouts together and share a sniff resembling a small kiss. This intriguing ritual isn't just adorable, it serves a vital purpose in their lives. By exchanging scents, prairie dogs can recognize members of their tightly knit colonies. These lively rodents thrive in large communities known as towns, relying on teamwork for protection against predators. Each affectionate greeting reinforces their social connections, vital for the group's cohesion. Interestingly, each sniff carries significant information. It can reveal an individual's identity, health status, and even mood. So the next time you see prairie dogs frolicking in the wild, take a moment to admire their unique greetings. Their charming interactions not only warm our hearts, but also highlight the essential role of social bonds in animal behavior, reminding us that connection is critical in all living beings. Surprisingly, it's a fact that chameleons have a colorful secret. Most people assume these fascinating lizards change color primarily for camouflage, but that's just one slice of a much larger story. Chameleons are actually experts at using color to express their emotions, regulate their temperature, and communicate with others. When these reptiles feel cold, they darken their skin to absorb heat. Conversely, when overheated, they lighten their color to reflect sunlight. Males often flaunt vibrant hues to attract potential mates or assert dominance over rivals. But this remarkable ability isn't merely about shifting pigments. It's a sophisticated form of nanotechnology at play. Within their skin are tiny crystals that can reflect light in unique ways based on their spacing. Nerve signals alter these distances almost instantly, allowing chameleons to master their own color displays. Therefore, while camouflage is essential for survival, so too is expressing feelings and regulating their body heat. Each shift in hue transforms these creatures into living billboards, broadcasting their emotions and social status to the world. What else could these amazing lizards be telling us? Here's what actually happens when you mix up raise and raise. The English language is full of surprises, and the words raise and raise are perfect examples. Despite sounding the same, they have entirely opposite meanings. Raise means to lift something up or increase it, like when you raise your hand in class or raise money for a good cause. On the other hand, raze means to completely destroy or demolish something, such as tearing down an old building. This can lead to some comical misunderstandings. Imagine telling someone you're going to raise money for charity. That definitely sends the wrong message. Such homophones add to the richness and complexity of English, reminding us to pay attention to context. So next time you hear someone using these words, will you know the difference? Here's a wild fact about ancient Egyptian dwarves. Contrary to modern portrayals, dwarves in ancient Egypt were actually held in high regard. They occupied respected positions within society and were not viewed with ridicule, as we might expect today. Ancient Egyptians believed that dwarves possessed special qualities and were associated with various deities, such as gods of luck and creativity. This connection to the divine made them integral to different aspects of life, including healing and festivities. Far from being marginalized, dwarves were often depicted in art and literature, emphasizing their status and importance. Their presence in royal courts and temples signifies the cultural appreciation of their unique traits. So the next time you hear about how dwarves were treated in history, remember that ancient Egypt celebrated them in ways that highlight their significant role in society. Here's a wild fact about Merdeka's futuristic design. This 18th building in Malaysia is currently under construction and aims to capture the imagination of all who see it. Its unique design resembles a gigantic opening, making it look like something straight out of a science fiction novel. In fact, many people have compared its appearance to the famous Broins Wachinsi, which adds to its allure. Merdeka is not just another skyscraper. It symbolizes Malaysia's rapid development and aspirations for the future. As architects push the boundaries of design, structures like Merdeka challenge our perceptions of what buildings can look like and represent. The building is set to evoke a futuristic or even a post-era cosmic era, blending art and architecture in astonishing ways. Once completed, Merdeka will stand as a testament to innovation and creativity, drawing both locals and tourists alike to marvel at its stunning aesthetic. Could this building redefine the skyline and inspire more futuristic designs in Malaysia and beyond? Prepare to be amazed by ants in warfare. These tiny insects show surprising military intelligence when faced with challenges. Ants don't just charge headfirst into battle, they strategize. For example, they often send weaker members of their colony to test the enemy's defenses first, gathering valuable information without risking their strongest fighters. This smart tactic helps the colony gauge its chances of success. Additionally, ants are known for their sneak attacks, launching surprise offensives that can overwhelm unaware foes. The collaborative approach of an ant army exemplifies teamwork and clever planning, allowing these small creatures to conquer much larger opponents. It's fascinating to think that while humans study military tactics, ants have been practicing their own version for millions of years. Who knew that such small beings could teach us big lessons about strategy in nature? Did you know earwax has amazing protective powers? Earwax, also known as cerumen, is more than just a minor annoyance. It plays several crucial roles in keeping your ears healthy. This sticky substance acts as a natural barrier, preventing dirt, dust, and bacteria from entering your ear canal. By trapping these unwanted particles, earwax helps protect your inner ear from infections and irritation. But that's not all. Earwax is also surprisingly effective at keeping pesky insects at bay. It contains certain compounds that repel insects, particularly mosquitoes. When these tiny pests come into contact with earwax, they find themselves in an environment that is less than welcoming. This means that the earwax not only protects your ears, but also serves as a deterrent against unwanted bugs. So next time you think about cleaning your ears, remember that earwax is doing more than just sitting there. It's working hard to keep your ears safe and sound from both dirt and insects. Discover the shocking history of Inuit conflicts. From their survival against harsh Arctic climates to their intricate social structures, the Inuit have a fascinating history that includes moments of violence and conflict. In the past, encounters between different Inuit groups often escalated into disputes over resources or territories. These clashes, while a part of human history, resulted in tragic outcomes that left a mark on their communities. The cycle of violence not only impacted immediate relationships, but also shaped cultural narratives, leading to an evolution in how these groups interacted with one another. Rather than merely the effects of conflict, it's crucial to understand the reasons behind these challenges and their long-lasting implications on Inuit identity today. Through exploring these complex interactions, we can gain insights into how communities strive for peace and reconciliation, reminding us of the universal quest for harmony in any culture. Let's uncover the truth about ancient chewing gum. This fascinating treat is not just a modern invention. The oldest known chewing gum, made from tree resin and sweetened with natural honey, was discovered in Sweden and dates back over 9,000 years. Imagine people thousands of years ago chewing this natural delight. Archaeologists unearthed this ancient gum during excavations of a site in the city of Almedalen on Gotland, an island in the Baltic Sea. The tree resin, which likely came from birch trees, was softened and sweetened, showing that even early humans had a taste for tasty snacks. Chewing gum may have served a practical purpose too. It could have helped clean teeth or freshen breath, much like it does today. Although it might not have come in the flavors we enjoy now, this discovery sheds light on the everyday lives of our ancestors. They valued even small pleasures like chewing gum, indicating a desire for enjoyment and creativity. Isn't it amazing to think that the habit of chewing gum stretches back so far in human history? What if Bitcoin ownership isn't what it seems? The world of Bitcoin is filled with mysteries, especially when it comes to who really owns this popular digital currency. Despite the fact that all Bitcoin transactions are recorded on a public ledger called the blockchain, the identities of the owners remain a closely guarded secret. This anonymity sets Bitcoin apart from traditional currencies, where banks often have access to personal information. When you send or receive Bitcoin, the transaction shows a series of numbers and letters instead of names, making it tricky to trace back to an individual. This unique characteristic allows people to enjoy their financial privacy while engaging in digital transactions. However, this same anonymity raises questions about accountability and security in the digital currency space. Could this make Bitcoin a haven for fraudsters, or does it simply offer a layer of protection for average users? Let's uncover the truth about vaulted staircases. Cuno Lopez is a master craftsman who breathes life into these magnificent structures using techniques that date back centuries. Vaulted staircases are more than just a way to get from one floor to another. They are architectural marvels that blend beauty and function. Cuno uses ancient methods like intricate stonework and precise measurements to create designs that wow everyone who sees them. Each staircase tells a story, highlighting a rich history of craftsmanship and innovation. Picture yourself walking up a staircase that curves gracefully, its arches creating a stunning pattern of shadows and light. It's not just about getting to the top, it's about experiencing art with every step. As people admire Lopez's work, they often wonder how such marvels could be built without modern technology. His passion for preserving these ancient techniques serves to inspire a new generation of builders and architects, proving that sometimes the old ways are still the best. What will people create next using these timeless skills? Did you know that iron is crucial for your health? Iron plays a vital role in producing hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen to every part of your body. Without enough iron, your body can struggle to get the oxygen it needs, leading to fatigue, weakness, and even more serious health issues. Hemoglobin helps your cells breathe and function properly, so a lack of this essential mineral can slow down many important processes. Foods rich in iron, like red meat, beans, and spinach, can help you maintain healthy iron levels. It's especially important for children, pregnant women, and athletes who all have increased iron requirements. If you find yourself feeling tired often or struggling with focus and energy, it might be time to check your iron intake. Are you giving your body the iron it needs to thrive? Let's uncover the truth about global population growth. Did you know that around 7% of all humans who have ever lived are alive today? This staggering figure emphasizes just how rapidly our global population has grown over the centuries. As of now, we number over 8 billion people on Earth, a sharp increase from just a few billion in the mid-20th century. Factors contributing to this growth include advances in medicine, better agricultural practices, and improved living conditions, which have significantly reduced mortality rates. This population surge presents both exciting opportunities and pressing challenges. For instance, while more people mean more innovative ideas and a larger workforce, it also raises concerns like resource management, environmental sustainability, and urban planning. How can we balance a growing population with our planet's resources? The answers are crucial for a sustainable future. Prepare to be amazed by lion naps. It might surprise you to learn that these mighty predators are not always on the prowl. Lions can snooze for up to 20 hours each day, a fascinating behavior deeply rooted in their survival strategy. Sleeping extensively helps them conserve energy, which is crucial for their hunting style. After a successful hunt, the big cats indulge in restorative slumber to recharge their bodies, enabling them to unleash their power when necessary. Within a lion pride, you'll often find these magnificent animals piled together, napping in the shade during the heat of the day or under starlit skies at night. This communal resting not only reinforces social bonds, but also provides warmth and safety from potential threats. Interestingly, while male lions do some hunting, it's primarily the lionesses who do the majority of the work. Agility and teamwork enable the females to efficiently catch prey, allowing the males to focus on resting and guarding their territory. The outcome? A balanced and powerful team that enhances their chances of survival in the wild. So next time you think of lions, remember they're not just fierce hunters, they're also champions of napping. Is it really true that we walk past murderers? This shocking statistic suggests that the average person unknowingly strolls by around 16 individuals who have committed murder in their lifetime. It raises intriguing questions about the nature of crime and our surroundings. Think about it. Each day we go to work, school, or the grocery store, never realizing that we may be brushing shoulders with someone who has a dark history. While this statistic sounds alarming, it's important to remember that not all murderers are violent drifters. Many live seemingly normal lives after serving their time. Additionally, this number can fluctuate based on where you live, as different areas have higher crime rates. Despite the startling idea, it serves as a reminder to stay aware of our surroundings, but also to remember that most people are just trying to get by in their daily lives, like us. What if I told you sea silk is real? This extraordinary fabric, known as the rarest in the world, comes from the delicate fibers of Mediterranean clams. When crafted expertly, sea silk sparkles and shimmers like gold, creating a stunning effect that has captivated people for centuries. The process of harvesting these fibers is incredibly labor-intensive, requiring immense skill and patience. Only a handful of artisans still know the traditional methods to weave this luxurious material, making sea silk not only rare, but also a highly sought-after treasure in the fashion world. Its light, airy texture feels soft against the skin, making it perfect for elegant garments and accessories. Imagine wearing a piece of history that connects you to ancient traditions. With its beautiful sheen and unique origin, sea silk is a testament to the amazing possibilities of natural materials. Why do you think something so rare is worth so much? Ever wondered how long a day on Neptune is? A day on this distant planet lasts about 16 hours, 6 minutes, and 36 seconds. That might surprise you when you think about how far Neptune is from the Sun. Despite being the furthest planet in our solar system, Neptune spins surprisingly fast on its axis. This rapid rotation creates strong winds and storms, some of the most powerful in the solar system. Imagine experiencing a whirlwind day where the sun sets and rises quickly compared to what we experience here on Earth. With its beautiful deep blue color, largely due to methane in its atmosphere, Neptune is a fascinating world full of mysteries yet to be uncovered. So while we enjoy our 24-hour days filled with activities, Neptune's swift rotation tells us a different story about how time can vary across the cosmos. Can you picture that? Did you know Bran Castle is Dracula's home? This stunning fortress, perched high in the Carpathian Mountains of Romania, is often celebrated as the legendary residence of the infamous Count Dracula. Although Bram Stoker never visited Romania, or specifically mentioned Bran Castle in his classic novel, the castle has become a popular symbol of vampire lore. With its tall towers, winding staircases, and intriguing nooks, Bran Castle feels like stepping into a Gothic fairy tale. Visitors flock to explore its ancient rooms filled with history and artifacts, while the surrounding landscapes offer breathtaking views. The blend of real history and thrilling myths about Vlad the Impaler, the real-life figure who inspired Dracula, adds to its allure. Today, the castle is a museum showcasing art and furniture collected by Queen Marie of Romania, who lived there in the early 20th century. Whether you're a fan of horror stories or just curious about Romanian culture, a visit to Bran Castle holds a captivating experience. What other mysteries await in its shadowy halls? Guess how a sloth changed a family's life? After surviving a terrible electric shock, Chewy the sloth found a new home with a loving Venezuelan family. This heartwarming tale began when they adopted him and witnessed his slow but steady recovery. Inspired by his resilience, the family decided to turn their home into a sanctuary dedicated solely to sloths. They now help other injured or orphaned sloths, giving them a safe place to heal and thrive, just like Chewy. The family's passion for wildlife has blossomed into a full-fledged rescue center where each sloth receives individual care and attention. Chewy not only changed their lives, but also sparked a community effort to raise awareness about the need for sloth conservation. Today, visitors come to learn about these unique creatures and the challenges they face in the wild. This touching story reminds us how one little sloth can inspire change and lead to something much bigger. Isn't it amazing how compassion for an animal can lead to a heightened awareness of biodiversity and wildlife preservation? Have you ever wondered about heroism and tragedy? The attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941 not only marked a turning point in World War II, but also revealed stories of bravery and despair. Among the debris of the USS West Virginia, 3 sailors found themselves trapped in an unimaginable situation. For an agonizing 16 days, they clung to life within the sunken wreck, battling not just the physical terror of their surroundings, but also the psychological strain of isolation. Despite the tough odds, their courage shone through as they tried to survive, echoing the resilience of those who served during the war. Sadly, their hopes were dashed when rescuers finally reached the vessel, only to discover that the sailors had perished. This poignant story reminds us of the sacrifices made by countless individuals during wartime and serves as a historical lesson on bravery and the human spirit in the face of overwhelming adversity. Prepare to be amazed by Joan of Arc's innocence. In a surprising turn of events, Joan of Arc, the legendary French heroine, was declared innocent of heresy a full 25 years after her execution. Joan was executed in 1431, accused of witchcraft and heresy for leading troops in battle during the 100 Years' War. Her trial, which was heavily influenced by political motives, painted her as a villain rather than a courageous leader. However, in 1456, a retrial sought to clear her name, revealing that the original trial had been unjust and biased. The new findings recognized Joan's bravery in fighting for France, ultimately leading to her rehabilitation. This decision not only honored her memory but also underscored the importance of justice, even years after a wrongful conviction. Joan of Arc was canonized as a saint in 1920, cementing her legacy as a symbol of faith and courage. Isn't it remarkable how history can be rewritten? Did you know GoldenEye 007 was made by just 9 people? It's hard to believe that a groundbreaking game like GoldenEye 007 for the Nintendo 64 came from such a small team. Only 9 developers worked on this iconic title, and remarkably, just one of them had prior experience in video game development. Despite their limited backgrounds, these talented individuals managed to create a game that not only became a classic, but also set the bar for first-person shooters to come. Released in 1997, GoldenEye 007 gained immense popularity for its innovative gameplay and multiplayer mode. It featured thrilling missions based on the James Bond film of the same name, allowing players to immerse themselves in fast-paced action. The game's success was recognized when it won multiple awards, including the prestigious BAFTA Interactive Entertainment Games Award in 1998. Today, GoldenEye 007 is often hailed as one of the greatest video games of all time, inspiring countless sequels and remakes. Can you imagine what the gaming landscape might look like if it never existed? Have you ever wondered why 93.7 million visit? This staggering number of visitors refers to a popular tourist destination that captivates the hearts of millions each year. Imagine the bustling streets filled with excited families, couples snapping photos, and friends discovering new adventures together. Attractions like iconic landmarks, stunning natural landscapes, and vibrant cultural events draw people from all corners of the globe, creating an unforgettable experience. The sheer diversity of activities ensures there's something for everyone, whether you're an art enthusiast, a history buff, or an outdoor adventurer. Local businesses thrive on this influx, showcasing regional cuisine, crafts, and hospitality. However, with such a high visitor count, it's essential to promote sustainable tourism practices. Balancing the joy of exploring with caring for the environment and community is key to preserving the magic of this incredible location for future generations. What keeps you coming back to your favorite travel spot? Did you know that snakes use hollow fangs for venom? These fascinating reptiles have evolved a unique and deadly method of delivering their venom, which can incapacitate prey or defend against threats. Their fangs are not just sharp teeth, they are hollow and connected directly to venom glands located in their heads. When a snake bites, muscle contractions push the venom from the glands through these fangs, injecting it into their target. This precise mechanism allows snakes to control how much venom they release, whether to subdue a meal or scare off an enemy. Different species of snakes have developed varying venoms, some designed to paralyze, others to digest, utilizing their own special cocktail of toxins. This adaptation makes snakes not only remarkable hunters, but also complex contributors to their ecosystems. How amazing is nature's design in ensuring survival and efficiency? Prepare to be amazed by catfish taste buds. Did you know that catfish have the highest number of taste buds of any animal? Unlike most creatures, catfish don't just have taste buds in their mouths. Instead, these fascinating fish have taste buds all over their bodies, including their skin, fins, and even their whiskers. This unique adaptation is crucial for their survival, especially in murky waters where visibility is low. With such a high concentration of taste receptors, catfish can detect even the faintest odors and flavors in their surroundings. This heightened sensitivity helps them find food, navigate their environment, and avoid predators. In fact, these remarkable fish can taste chemicals in the water from a considerable distance. So next time you see a catfish, remember that it's more than just a fish. It's a gourmet of the underwater world. Believe it or not, phone jacks date back to 1878. It's fascinating to think that the basic design of phone jacks we use today hasn't changed much over the years, even as the sizes have. Back in the late 19th century, Alexander Graham Bell and his contemporaries laid the groundwork for telecommunications, introducing the first versions of plugs and sockets. Despite various updates and shifts in technology, the core principles of how these connectors work have remained remarkably consistent. They allow for sound to travel through wires, enabling clear communication over distances. While you might have noticed different sizes, like the mini jack used in headphones today, the essential function of transmitting audio has stayed true. Even as tech evolves, our reliance on these jacks, be it for phones or headphones, makes you appreciate how far we've come while still holding on to the simplicity of early inventions. Prepare to be amazed by Titanic's incredible time parallels. Did you know that the film Titanic runs for 2 hours and 45 minutes, which is exactly how long it took the real ship to sink in 1912? This fascinating coincidence adds a layer of intensity to James Cameron's epic film. The collision scene itself lasts just 37 seconds, perfectly mirroring the real-life duration of the ship's tragic impact with the iceberg. This detailed attention to timing helps to immerse viewers in the drama of that fateful night. The film masterfully blends history and storytelling, making you feel the urgency of the situation as it unfolds on screen. With powerful performances and stunning visuals, it's no wonder that Titanic remains a cinematic classic. These clever details remind us that, while movies entertain, they can also offer poignant reflections on history. Are you ready to revisit this heart-wrenching tale? Believe it or not, goalkeepers face 110 shots. In a thrilling challenge, a goalkeeper's attempt to stop 100 shots from outside the box tests not just their skills, but also their endurance. Goalkeepers are some of the most fascinating athletes on the field. They don't just stand and wait, they are constantly on the move, ready to dive or jump to block powerful shots. This challenge highlights their agility and reflexes, as they must react quickly to varying angles and speeds. Imagine facing tremendous power as each shot comes screaming toward you. It's all about concentration and timing. Successfully blocking many of those shots requires training, focus, and an understanding of the shooter's technique. With every near miss or incredible save, the stakes get higher. Goalkeepers also need mental strength to handle the pressure, especially as opponents aim to score. So next time you watch a match, remember the intense skills and bravery these players bring to the game. It surely makes you appreciate their role even more, doesn't it? Did you know 2015 had blockbuster film records? That year was phenomenal for the movie industry, as 4 of the top 7 highest-grossing films of all time hit theaters. Among these giants were Avengers, Age of Ultron, Furious 7, Jurassic World, and the highly anticipated Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Each of these films broke box office records, delighting fans and creating unforgettable cinematic experiences. Avengers: Age of Ultron brought superhero excitement to a whole new level, while Furious 7 thrilled audiences with its high-octane action and emotional storyline. With dinosaurs making a grand return in Jurassic World, it reignited the love for these prehistoric creatures. Lastly, the long-awaited continuation of the Star Wars saga got audiences everywhere buzzing with excitement. What do these epic films say about our love for storytelling and adventure? Let's uncover the truth about the mysterious hum. The hum is an intriguing phenomenon that impacts around 2% of people worldwide, creating a persistent low-frequency droning sound akin to a distant engine. Reports of this hum have surfaced in diverse locations, including New Mexico and Scotland, yet the source remains unidentified, sparking curiosity and debate. Is this sound a real physical noise that can be measured, or could it be a psychological experience affecting those who hear it? Many theories abound, ranging from industrial noise to geological activity, while others suggest it might even stem from a heightened sensitivity to certain frequencies. Despite extensive research, scientists have yet to find a unifying explanation, leaving those who experience the hum in a frustrating state of mystery. What do you think it might be? An unexplained natural phenomenon, or perhaps something more unusual? Did you know that laser tattoo removal can be painful? This method, often seen as the gold standard for getting rid of unwanted tattoos, uses powerful laser beams to break down the ink particles in your skin. When the laser is applied, it sends incredibly rapid pulses of light that target the pigment in the tattoo. While the results can be impressive, the experience can feel quite uncomfortable, as many people describe it as similar to getting snapped by a rubber band. The good news is that, despite the pain, laser removal is effective, often requiring multiple sessions to fully clear the tattoo. After each session, your skin will typically heal over a few weeks before the next treatment. If you're considering this option, it's important to consult a professional who can guide you through the process and help manage any discomfort. So, are you ready to say goodbye to that ink? Believe it or not, ice and sawdust could fly. During World War II, the U.S. Navy had a wild idea called Project Habakkuk, which aimed to create an aircraft carrier made from a surprising mixture of ice and sawdust. The concept was fascinating. By freezing this unique combination, They could potentially build large structures that were both lightweight and strong. Imagine a massive carrier floating on the ocean, made almost entirely of ice. However, keeping such a structure cold enough on the high seas turned out to be a monumental challenge. The constant need for refrigeration rendered the project impractical, as it would require immense resources and technology not readily available at the time. Ultimately, despite the creativity behind Project Habakkuk, the Navy decided to abandon this icy dream, leaving us to wonder what might have been had they pulled it off. Did you know that numbers can unlock secrets? In many areas of our lives, numbers hold the key to understanding complex concepts and solving problems. For instance, the range of 290 to 300 often appears in discussions related to statistics, calculations, or even scientific data. This specific numerical range can indicate a variety of things, from measurements in scientific experiments to census data representing populations. When we analyze these numbers, we can uncover patterns and make informed predictions. Imagine if you're researching wildlife populations and you discover that 290 to 300 represents the estimated number of a species recovering from near extinction. Numbers can help tell stories about the world around us, illustrating changes over time or highlighting successes in conservation efforts. So the next time you encounter a string of numbers, remember that they can be much more than just digits. They can be invitations to explore and understand the incredible dynamics of our universe. What interesting stories do the numbers in your life tell? Did you know trees can talk to each other? It might sound surprising, but trees have an impressive way of communicating through an underground network of fungi called mycorrhizal fungi. This fascinating system allows trees to share vital information, helping them respond to threats in their environment. For example, when one tree is under stress from drought or attacked by pests, it can send signals through these fungal connections. This alerts neighboring trees, which can then activate their defenses or alter how they use water and nutrients. Think of it like a high-tech warning system that helps a whole forest stay connected and resilient. These mycorrhizal networks not only support individual trees, but also enhance the overall health of the ecosystem, creating a community where trees work together to thrive. Isn't nature incredible? Did you know drive-thrus started in Arizona? This clever concept first emerged in 1975 as a solution to military policies that prevented soldiers from dining inside restaurants while wearing their uniforms. The idea was simple yet revolutionary: allow service from the convenience of a vehicle. With this innovation, restaurants could serve meals quicker and improve accessibility for those on the go. Over the years, the drive-thru evolved from a necessity into a beloved part of American culture. Fast food chains embraced it, and soon people everywhere were enjoying their favorite meals without leaving their cars. Today, the drive-thru is found at a myriad of establishments, not just fast food outlets, showcasing its impact on modern dining habits. Next time you grab a burger or coffee from your car, remember the ingenuity that made it possible. Isn't it fascinating how one idea can change eating habits across the nation? Did you know crossing the Sahara was extremely risky? The Trans-Saharan trade route, one of history's oldest and most challenging paths, was a monumental undertaking for traders. Imagine trekking across blistering hot deserts and harsh, desolate landscapes while carrying precious cargo. Merchants transported valuable goods like salt, gold, and ivory, which were sought after in different regions. The sheer scale of the Sahara, with its vast sand dunes and extreme temperatures, posed serious dangers, including dehydration and getting lost. Caravans often relied on local guides familiar with the terrain and the stars for navigation. Despite the risks, these routes thrived for centuries, connecting diverse cultures and economies. The trade not only enriched those who dared to cross, but also facilitated the exchange of ideas and traditions, showcasing human resilience and ingenuity in the face of nature's challenges. Isn't it fascinating how such harsh conditions forged important historical connections? You might be shocked to learn about macaques. This fascinating animal has vocal cords structured similarly to those of humans, enabling it to produce complex sounds. However, despite this impressive anatomical feature, macaques lacks the cognitive abilities needed to understand or form language like we do. While it can mimic sounds, it doesn't grasp the meanings behind words or phrases. Imagine having the physical tools to talk, but not the brain power to express thoughts or emotions. This showcases a curious contrast between anatomy and intelligence. Evolution has given macaques the potential for speech, yet its brain evolution hasn't kept pace. This raises intriguing questions about communication in the animal kingdom. Are there other creatures out there with similar abilities? Understanding these differences helps scientists explore the links between vocal structure and intelligence across species. Did you know that X is missing from US states? It's true. The letter X is the only letter in the entire English alphabet that doesn't show up in the names of any US states. You might think of words like Arizona or New Mexico, which contain the letter, but when it comes to state names, it just doesn't make an appearance. This quirky fact sparks curiosity about language and geography. Many letters are common in state names like E or N, appearing in multiple states, but X stands alone. Why is that? Maybe it's because X feels unique or even a bit mysterious compared to its alphabet buddies. So the next time you take a road trip across the USA, remember this fun linguistic twist. What other surprising facts about language do you think are out there? Hard to believe, but history overlooked this female scientist. In 1967, a remarkable discovery unfolded at Cambridge University when Jocelyn Bell Burnell, a graduate student, identified 4 pulsars, neutron stars that emit regular pulses of radiation. This groundbreaking find was crucial for astrophysics, yet her advisor was credited as the first author of the paper, overshadowing her groundbreaking work. It wasn't until 2018, over 5 decades later, that she received the Breakthrough Prize in Fundamental Physics, a major acknowledgement of her contributions. Instead of focusing solely on her achievement, she chose to use the prize money to create scholarships for struggling graduate students, demonstrating her commitment to future generations in science. Bell Burnell's story highlights the importance of recognizing women's contributions in science and serves as an inspiration to keep pushing for equality in all fields. Have you ever wondered who invented 3D printing? In 1983, Chuck Hull changed the game with his invention of the first 3D printer. This groundbreaking technology started the additive manufacturing revolution, allowing creators to build 3-dimensional objects layer by layer from digital models. Hull's remarkable machine used a method called stereolithography, which uses ultraviolet light to cure liquid resin into solid shapes. This innovation opened doors to countless possibilities in various fields, including engineering, healthcare, and art. Just imagine how 3D printing has transformed industries by allowing for customized products, rapid prototyping, and even organ printing in medicine. Today, 3D printers are more accessible than ever, sparking creativity and ingenuity in makers around the world. As we continue to explore the potential of this technology, who knows what incredible advancements lie ahead? You'll be amazed by this flying fact. At any given moment, there are approximately 15,000 planes soaring through the skies worldwide. That's a staggering number when you think about it. Each of these planes helps connect families, friends, and businesses across vast distances, making the world feel smaller. These aircraft range from small regional jets carrying a handful of passengers to massive international airliners that transport hundreds at once. With so many planes up there, air traffic control works tirelessly to ensure they all navigate safely and efficiently. The technology behind tracking and managing these flights is incredibly advanced, using radar and satellite systems to keep everyone informed. On top of that, the aviation industry plays a vital role in global trade, moving not just people but also cargo full of goods every day. So the next time you look up and see a plane flying overhead, remember that it's part of a bustling network of air travel that serves millions around the globe. Isn't it fascinating to think about how interconnected we all are? Can you imagine that mistletoe holds secret powers? This enchanting plant, commonly seen as a romantic decoration during Christmas, symbolizes fertility and vitality. Ancient Druids cherished mistletoe for its mystical properties, believing it could heal illnesses and even ward off evil spirits. The tradition of kissing under the mistletoe traces back to Norse mythology, where it represented love, loyalty, and reconciliation. Even though mistletoe is a parasite, growing on trees and drawing nutrients from its host. Its association with romance and good fortune gives it a unique charm during the holidays. A sprig of mistletoe can turn an ordinary gathering into a magical moment, inviting couples to share a kiss and celebrate love. This beautiful plant is more than just a festive decoration. It's a symbol steeped in history and mystery, capturing our imagination every winter season. Believe it or not, Zimbabwe's literacy rates are impressive. Following its independence, Zimbabwe invested heavily in education, making literacy a top priority in achieving remarkable success. The country's commitment to teaching has led to a literacy rate of over 90%, which is one of the highest in Africa. This achievement showcases the value that Zimbabweans place on education, even in the face of challenges like teacher shortages and limited resources. Schools across the country strive to provide quality education, fueled by community efforts and a drive for improvement. Teachers, though sometimes scarce, work tirelessly in classrooms to inspire and educate young minds. Parents and communities also play crucial roles, supporting their children's learning through various initiatives. The dedication to education demonstrates the resilience and determination of the Zimbabwean people, who understand that knowledge is the key to a brighter future. What can we learn from their example? Hard to believe, but Movistar started in 1995. Movistar is a brand that's part of Telefonica, one of the biggest telecommunications companies globally, which originated in Spain back in 1924. When Telefonica launched Movistar, it marked a significant turn towards mobile communication in a rapidly changing tech landscape. The name Movistar was introduced specifically to represent its mobile services, tapping into the growing demand for mobile connectivity. In just a few years, Movistar became synonymous with mobile phones in various Spanish-speaking countries, expanding its influence far beyond Spain. Today, the brand is recognized for providing a range of services, from mobile phones to broadband internet. With millions of customers relying on it, Movistar plays a crucial role in the daily lives of people who depend on smooth and reliable communication. Why is Movistar so important to modern telecommunication? Get ready to discover taste bud surprises. Research shows that girls generally have more taste buds than boys, which results in women enjoying a more refined sense of taste. This means women can identify subtle flavors much better than men can. Isn't that fascinating? Evolutionary theories suggest this heightened sensitivity developed to help women detect spoiled or toxic foods, especially during pregnancy when the stakes are high. Imagine being able to taste something so faint that others might miss it entirely. Moreover, many women fall into the category of super tasters, meaning they have a significantly higher density of taste buds. This not only makes their taste experience richer, but also reveals the complexity of human sensory perception. For example, while some might find broccoli slightly bitter, a super taster may taste a burst of strong flavors that others barely notice. So next time you enjoy a meal, think about all the incredible sensations that women can experience more keenly. Isn't that a delicious thought? Prepare to be amazed by card shuffling facts. Did you know that there are more ways to shuffle a deck of cards than there are atoms on Earth? This incredible statistic showcases just how many combinations arise from a simple deck of 52 cards. When you shuffle cards, you can create approximately 8 x 10^67 different arrangements. To put that into perspective, scientists estimate that there are about 1.33 x 10^50 atoms on our planet. This means that if you were to shuffle a deck of cards, the likelihood of achieving the same order twice is astronomically low. In fact, every time you shuffle, you might be creating an arrangement that has never existed before in the history of the universe. This fascinating fact not only highlights the complexity of card games, but also reveals more about probability and combinatorial mathematics. So next time you play a card game, think about the countless possibilities lying in those simple cards. Isn't it mind-blowing how something so ordinary can hold so many extraordinary secrets? Ever thought about why recycling glass matters so much? It's not just about cleaning up our planet. Recycled glass plays a huge role in reducing carbon emissions. When we recycle glass, we can turn it into new containers again and again. This process is virtually infinitely recyclable. Just imagine, for every metric ton of recycled glass, we prevent the release of 315 kilograms, or 684 pounds, of carbon dioxide into our atmosphere. That's like taking a car off the road for an entire year. Each time we choose recycled glass over new production, we help cut down energy use and resource consumption, saving our beautiful Earth for future generations. So next time you enjoy a drink from a glass container, remember that your recycling efforts are making a real difference for our environment. Isn't it amazing how something so simple can contribute to a healthier planet? Prepare to be amazed by iconic human constructions. The pyramids of Egypt and the stunning Taj Mahal are more than just beautiful sights. They are monumental achievements that shape our understanding of history and culture. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built over 4,500 years ago, stands as a testament to the engineering skills of ancient Egyptians, showcasing their ability to create structures that have withstood the test of time. Similarly, the Taj Mahal, constructed in the 17th century, is a breathtaking symbol of love and devotion, drawing millions of visitors each year. These constructions not only alter the physical landscape, but also influence art, architecture, and tourism globally. They invite us to reflect on the creativity and ambition of our ancestors. How have these remarkable sights inspired you or sparked your curiosity about history? Discover the hidden gem of Navajo Beach in Greece. Nestled on the island of Zakynthos, Navajo Beach, also known as Shipwreck Beach, boasts breathtaking white sand and sparkling turquoise waters that make it one of the most photographed beaches in the world. The highlight of this picturesque spot is the shipwreck of the Panayotis, which mysteriously washed ashore in 1980. While rumors swirl about its past, including claims of transporting contraband, the shipwreck adds a sense of intrigue that draws visitors from around the globe. Accessing this beautiful beach is part of the adventure, as it's only reachable by boat, leaving tourists with a sense of exclusivity and awe. Surrounded by towering limestone cliffs and the endless sea, Navajo Beach offers an unforgettable backdrop for sunbathing, swimming, and photography. So are you ready to explore this stunning paradise? Guess what really drives St. Patrick's legend? The famous tale of St. Patrick driving snakes out of Ireland is, in fact, a myth. Historical evidence shows that snakes never actually inhabited the island, as it was too cold for them after the last ice age. Instead, this colorful story has taken root in Irish folklore, shaping cultural narratives and capturing imaginations over the centuries. Snakes often symbolize dangers or evil in various cultures, so St. Patrick's victory over them figures prominently in his legacy as a saint who brought Christianity to Ireland. Moreover, legends like this highlight how stories evolve, intertwining fact with fiction to deliver deeper meanings. So while there may be no real snakes to chase away, the story reflects the hopes and values of a community, reminding us of the power of storytelling in defining our cultural identity. Isn't it fascinating how myths can reveal more than just history? Can cake truly tell a story about dinosaurs? This edible masterpiece demonstrates just how art and baking can intertwine beautifully. An artist crafted a stunning cake that vividly illustrates the extinction of the dinosaurs, showcasing a fiery asteroid crashing into Earth. The intricate details bring the catastrophic event to life, inviting viewers to reflect on the dramatic changes our planet has undergone. By using cake as a canvas, this creation goes beyond simple dessert. It serves as a powerful visual representation of a pivotal moment in Earth's history. Imagine slices of delicious cake filled with rich flavors, each piece representing a character in this ancient saga. This artwork proves that culinary skill can educate and inspire, engaging our imaginations while sweetening our taste buds. Who knew that a cake could convey such a profound story from millions of years ago? It's a perfect example of how creativity can connect us to the past. Ever thought about why nickels are so different? Despite their names, nickels contain more copper than pennies. While we often associate nickels with their name, which suggests a nickel composition, they are actually made up of about 75% copper and only 25% nickel. On the other hand, pennies have undergone a transformation. They used to be primarily copper, but now they consist of 97% zinc, with just a thin coating of copper for appearance. This shift happened in 1982, when rising copper prices made it costly to produce all copper pennies. So next time you flip a nickel or a penny, remember the irony. The nickel, named for its lesser metal, holds more copper than the penny. This unusual twist in our coinage system sparks curiosity about how money evolves and reflects economic changes. Why does this matter, you ask? Understanding the materials in our everyday coins can deepen our appreciation for the history and economics behind currency. Is it really true that a house hides a pool? One of the most mysterious architectural wonders is a house known only for its secret underground pool. This incredible structure captures the imagination, as no one seems to know exactly where it's located. Picture a stunning home, blending seamlessly into its surroundings, with luxurious features that hint at opulence. Yet the most fascinating part lies beneath the surface, literally. Despite extensive searches and curious explorers trying to uncover its whereabouts, the location of this subterranean oasis remains undisclosed. Speculation abounds about its purpose, whether it serves as a tranquil retreat, a private refuge, or perhaps even a survival mechanism in a chaotic world. This allure of secrecy adds to the charm of the unknown, making architecture not just about buildings, but about the stories they hold. What do you think could be the reason for hiding such a stunning feature? Surprising truth about Schindler's List's long delay. Steven Spielberg, the legendary filmmaker, took over a decade to bring Schindler's List to life. Most people don't know this, but Spielberg felt he wasn't emotionally prepared to tackle the film's heavy and complex subject matter, which focuses on the Holocaust and one man's efforts to save Jews during World War II. He believed that the gravity of the topic required exceptional sensitivity and skill. Spielberg famously stated that he wanted to make the film when he could do it justice. In the end, when he finally directed it in 1993, his careful approach resulted in a powerful masterpiece that resonated deeply with audiences. The film won 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and is often regarded as one of the greatest films ever made. Spielberg's initial hesitation highlights the importance of being ready to engage with challenging stories in a meaningful way. You won't believe Nam's coffee innovation in 2015. In that year, K-Nam made waves in the coffee industry by producing espresso in crème couloir en casa. This exciting development marked a significant milestone in coffee production, showcasing advancements in technology and cultivation techniques. With the growing demand for high-quality coffee globally, K-Nam's efforts highlighted innovative methods that not only improve flavor, but also enhance sustainability in the coffee supply chain. Imagine a world where coffee plantations thrive thanks to improved farming practices and cutting-edge equipment. The production of espresso is not just about brewing a delicious cup. It reflects the hard work of farmers and scientists alike who strive to perfect the art. As K-Nam ventured into this new territory, it opened doors for other coffee producers to explore similar innovations, encouraging a wave of creativity within the industry. This can lead to better quality coffee and help small farmers thrive. So what does this mean for your morning espresso? The future of coffee looks brighter than ever. What if I told you memes began with science? The term meme was introduced by evolutionary biologist Richard Dawkins in his 1976 book, The Selfish Gene. Dawkins coined the word to explain how ideas, behaviors, and cultural phenomena spread across populations, similar to how genes transfer biological traits. He envisioned memes as units of cultural transmission that evolve by natural selection, much like species do. Though he didn't predict the hilarious internet memes like Doge or Grumpy Cat, his ideas laid the groundwork for understanding their viral nature. Today, memes are a global phenomenon that can influence opinions and trends in moments. From funny images to clever captions, the spread of memes serves as a powerful reminder of how quickly culture can change. So the next time you chuckle at a meme, remember it all started with a scientific idea. Unlock the power of emotional intelligence for better relationships. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is an essential skill that helps you recognize and understand your own emotions, as well as those of others. Imagine being able to sense when a friend is upset or feeling joyful. This ability gives you the tools to respond appropriately and build stronger connections. People with high EQ often excel in their personal and professional lives because they navigate social situations with ease. They can empathize with others, manage conflicts calmly, and communicate effectively. Whether it's calming a tense discussion at work or offering support to a loved one, emotional intelligence plays a crucial role. It's not just about feeling, it's about understanding the emotional landscape around you. In a world where empathy and collaboration are valued more than ever, enhancing your emotional intelligence can lead to improved relationships, greater success, and even increased happiness. So, are you ready to elevate your emotional awareness and become more connected to those around you? Guess what really drives celebrity UFO sightings? It's a fascinating topic that has captivated many. Celebrities often share their own encounters with unidentified flying objects, and their stories range from the intriguing to the downright bizarre. For instance, singer Kesha described a peculiar sighting that left her both curious and excited. Miley Cyrus took it a step further, claiming a UFO even chased her during one of her outings. Goldie Hawn has shared an experience where she felt enveloped by a mysterious light, suggesting something otherworldly. Meanwhile, Post Malone has talked about multiple encounters, including one where he spotted a dome-shaped object glowing with lights. His lively discussions on popular podcasts like The Joe Rogan Experience only add to the buzz, making many wonder, could there be more to these sightings than just wild stories? With celebrities pushing the envelope of imagination, UFO sightings continue to be a subject of intrigue for all. Hard to believe, but Phobos may be a giant rubble pile. Mars's largest moon, Phobos, has baffled scientists with its surprisingly low density. In fact, about 25–35% of Phobos's volume could be filled with empty space or porous material. This unusual characteristic suggests that Phobos isn't just a solid, intact moon, like we see with Earth's moon. Instead, researchers propose that it might actually be a rubble pile, meaning it's made up of a collection of rocky materials loosely held together by gravity. This almost chaotic construction raises fascinating questions about the moon's origin and history. Some scientists speculate it could be a remnant of a larger celestial body that broke apart long ago. Understanding Phobos helps us unravel the mysteries of our solar system and how moons form around planets. What else could we discover about this intriguing Martian moon? Did Mike Tyson really want to fight a gorilla? In the 1990s, boxing champion Mike Tyson surprised everyone when he made a jaw-dropping offer at a zoo. Tyson, known for his fierce reputation in the ring, approached a zoo attendant with a wild proposal. He wanted to pay $10,000 to face off against a silverback gorilla. Imagine the scene. Tyson confidently offered this astonishing sum, believing he could take on one of nature's most powerful animals. Fortunately for the gorilla's safety, the attendant wisely declined the request, understanding that opening the cage would be an incredibly dangerous decision. A silverback gorilla can weigh up to 400 pounds and possesses immense strength, much more than even a professional boxer like Tyson. This bizarre incident highlights the sometimes unexpected, reckless side of fame and fortune, where outrageous ideas can surface. It's a reminder of the boundaries between human and animal and how we should respect the power and majesty of wildlife. So what do you think Tyson was really after with this wild idea? What if I told you Howard Hughes bought a whole hotel? This fascinating decision by the billionaire entrepreneur highlights his unique approach to business and hospitality. Instead of checking out of his hotel room in Las Vegas, Hughes decided to purchase the Hughes Center, a key property in the city. His bold move marked the beginning of a significant expansion in his Las Vegas investments, which ultimately made him the largest employer in Nevada. By investing heavily in the hotel and entertainment industries, Hughes played a crucial role in shaping modern Las Vegas into the vibrant city it is today. His legacy includes not just financial success, but also influencing the culture and tourism landscape of the region. Hughes' story is a vivid example of how one person's bold choices can leave a lasting mark on an entire city. Have you ever considered how influential a single entrepreneur can be? Can you imagine that clouds weigh over 1 million pounds? It might seem surprising, but the average cumulus cloud actually weighs around 1.1 million pounds. These puffy, cotton-like clouds are far more than just light and airy wisps floating in the sky. They are made up of tiny water droplets or ice crystals, and when all these droplets gather together, their weight really adds up. Think about it. A large cumulus cloud can contain billions of these tiny droplets. When conditions are right, some clouds can grow and develop into towering structures, holding even more water. This might help explain why a gentle rain can suddenly transform into a downpour. So next time you spot a cumulus cloud lazily drifting by, remember that it's carrying a hefty load of water, making it a fascinating and impressive feature of our atmosphere. Here's a wild fact about 3D printers. They were first invented in the 1980s, initially capturing the imagination of inventors and tech enthusiasts. However, it wasn't until the early 2000s that 3D printers truly took off, transforming how we think about manufacturing and prototyping. Imagine creating complex designs layer by layer, rather than carving or molding materials into shape. This revolutionary technology allows designers and engineers to turn digital models into physical objects with remarkable ease. From building toys to even medical implants, the versatility of 3D printing knows no bounds. Schools, startups, and large companies alike have embraced this innovation, making it accessible to everyone. With just a few clicks, you can now print everything from custom phone cases to intricate architectural models. Isn't it amazing how far technology has come? Why exactly does La Paz soar above the rest? La Paz, the capital city of Bolivia, is famous for being one of the highest cities in the world, positioned at an impressive altitude of around 3,600 meters, or about 11,800 feet above sea level. This remarkable elevation makes it a unique destination for both adventure seekers and curious travelers. The thin air in La Paz creates a stirring atmosphere where you can experience dramatic landscapes, vibrant culture, and stunning views of the Andes Mountains. With its elevation, visitors might feel the effects of altitude sickness, so it's always wise to take it easy at first. The city's streets are filled with lively markets, colorful festivals, and beautiful architecture, truly showcasing Bolivian heritage. From the breathtaking Moon Valley to the bustling Witches Market, La Paz offers an unforgettable experience that sets it apart from other cities. Have you ever wondered what it's like to walk among the clouds? You won't believe this about Pulpit Rock. Known as Preikestolen in Norwegian, this jaw-dropping natural wonder stands over 1,170 feet high above the stunning Lysefjord. Imagine a flat-top cliff that juts dramatically out from the mountainside, offering visitors an unforgettable view of the fjord below. The view from Pulpit Rock is so breathtaking that it attracts hikers and adventure seekers from all over the globe. As you stand on the edge, you can look out over crystal-clear waters and rugged landscapes that seem to stretch on forever. The hike to reach this iconic spot is an adventure in itself, taking about 2 hours through beautiful forests and rocky terrain. Whether you're snapping photos for social media or simply soaking in the beauty of Norway, Pulpit Rock delivers a unique experience that you won't forget. So, are you ready to take on the hike? Surprisingly, it's a fact that subway air is skin. In New York City's bustling subway system, a fascinating study revealed that around 15% of the air consists of tiny particles from human skin. Scientists collected air samples and found flakes originating from various parts of the human body, like feet, scalps, and armpits. This discovery shows just how interconnected we are in public spaces, breathing in bits of skin from strangers all around us. As millions of people travel daily in the subways, their skin cells are shed, floating invisibly through the air. While it might sound a bit gross, it's a natural part of life. Our bodies constantly release skin cells, and the subway is a prime environment for this phenomenon. Next time you're on the train, think about the unique blend of human presence in the air you breathe. Could this tiny detail change how you view your daily commute? Here's something incredible about Karl Marx's final words. Known as the father of socialism, Karl Marx profoundly impacted political thought. But did you know he had a strong aversion to sentimentality? On his deathbed in 1883, he expressed his disdain for emotional farewells with his blunt remark, Go away, last words are for fools who haven't said enough. This statement reveals his pragmatic and somewhat sharp-witted nature. Rather than indulging in the tearful goodbyes that many might expect, Marx preferred to dismiss the idea that one should have a final dramatic saying. This unique perspective reflects his belief in action and thought over emotion, and it challenges the notion of what a poignant farewell should be. So why did he feel this way? It seems Marx valued the importance of living fully and expressing one's thoughts throughout life, instead of relying on a single somber moment. Curious about a horse and a violin? In the world of storytelling and imagination, the blend of a horse and a violin creates a whimsical image that captures the essence of fantasy. Picture this: a horse galloping gracefully through an enchanted forest, its mane flowing like a symphony played on a violin. In many cultures, horses symbolize freedom and strength, while violins evoke elegance and emotion, making their pairing truly captivating. This unique combination may not just be for storytelling, it can also inspire games and artistic expressions. Imagine a game where players take on the roles of both a majestic horse and a skilled musician, using the violin to unlock magical pathways or soothe the spirits of nature. This enchanting scenario invites creativity, encouraging us to think beyond the ordinary. Why do we find such unusual pairings fascinating? They serve not only to spark our imagination, but also to remind us that the boundaries of creativity are limitless. Are you ready to unleash your own whimsical adventures? This might surprise you: the states with the most people. Did you know that 1 out of 3 Americans lives in just 4 states? California, Texas, Florida, and New York? This remarkable statistic highlights how much population is concentrated in these vibrant areas. California, famous for its diverse culture and entertainment industry, houses over 39 million residents. Texas, known for its vast landscapes and booming economy, is home to about 29 million people. Meanwhile, Florida attracts around 21 million residents with its sunny beaches and theme parks, making it a popular destination for families and retirees alike. Lastly, the iconic New York, with its bustling city life and rich history, boasts around 19 million residents. Together, these 4 states are a melting pot of cultures, opportunities, and lifestyles, reshaping the American identity. Why do you think so many people flock to these states? Believe it or not, the Roman Empire was massive. At its height, this incredible civilization boasted a population exceeding 90 million people. This represented a significant portion of the world's population back then, as it stretched across 3 continents: Europe, Africa, and Asia. Imagine cities filled with bustling marketplaces, grand buildings, and vibrant culture. The Roman Empire reached far and wide, from the chilly shores of Britain to the sun-soaked sands of North Africa and the rich landscapes of the Middle East. Roman roads connected these vast territories, enabling efficient trade and military movement. Iconic cities like Rome, Carthage, and Alexandria flourished as centers of power and knowledge. The diversity of cultures and traditions within the empire contributed to its dynamic character, blending influences from various regions. As the empire expanded, it also encountered challenges, including managing such a large population and diverse groups of people. It's fascinating to think about how this ancient civilization laid the groundwork for modern societies. What can we learn from its rise and fall today? What if I told you periods changed TV forever? In 1985, a groundbreaking Xanax commercial became the first time the word period was mentioned on television in relation to menstruation. This was a monumental moment not just for advertising, but for the entire media landscape. Before this, discussions about menstrual health were often shrouded in silence and stigma. By bringing the topic into the public eye, the Xanax ad helped pave the way for a more open dialogue about women's health issues. It signaled a shift in how society viewed menstruation, encouraging brands and media outlets to address periods more openly. As a result, we started seeing more content focused on menstrual education and health representation in TV shows and commercials, fostering a sense of normalcy around the topic. Today, we can celebrate how far we've come in talking about periods without embarrassment. So isn't it interesting to consider how that single moment changed everything? Let's uncover the truth about farts. Did you know that farts can be quite a fascinating topic? You might think they're just embarrassing moments, but the science behind them is surprisingly interesting. When we eat, our body breaks down food, and some of that food gets fermented by bacteria in our intestines. This fermentation produces gas, which mixes with air to create that unmistakable smell we often try to avoid. On average, humans release gas enough to fill a party balloon every day. That's about 14 to 23 times a day for most people. While the odor might not be pleasant, it's a normal part of digestion. Each person's fart can vary based on their diet and gut health, leading to a rich diversity in smells among friends and family. So the next time you hear a fart, remember, it's just a natural process happening inside your body. Hard to believe, but racing in the rain is wild. Imagine driving a powerful car on a tricky circuit, but instead of clear skies, you're battling through pouring rain. That's exactly what a determined driver did when he tamed his car for over 3 hours without even using windshield wipers. As he zoomed around the track, he relied completely on his instincts and skill to navigate those final 40 laps. The rain created a slippery challenge, turning each turn into a test of agility and focus. Without the advantage of clear vision from wipers, he had to feel every curve and adjust his speed based on the road's grip. This intense experience shows the incredible relationship between a driver and their car, where instinct can sometimes mean the difference between victory and defeat. Next time you see a race, remember the courage and quick thinking it takes to race in extreme conditions like that. Did you know we can choose multiple races today? This change happened in the year 2000, when the U.S. Census officially allowed individuals to identify with more than one race. Before this important decision, people were forced to select a single racial category, which often overlooked the rich tapestry of multiracial identities present in society. By embracing the idea that many people have diverse backgrounds, the census acknowledged the complexities of identity in America. This shift not only reflects social progress, but also encourages a more nuanced understanding of our population. It highlights that identity is not a simple label, but a unique combination of experiences and heritage. Today, millions of Americans proudly identify as multiracial, showcasing the beauty of diversity in our communities. This shift also impacts policy, education, and representation, making it essential for the country to adapt and embrace these multifaceted identities. So how has this change affected our society and understanding of race? What if I told you snakes only eat meat? Snakes are fascinating creatures and are known as obligate carnivores, meaning their diets consist exclusively of other animals like rodents, birds, and even other reptiles. Unlike humans who can munch on both plants and animals, snakes have evolved to survive solely on meat. Their bodies are specially designed for this lifestyle. They have highly flexible jaws that allow them to swallow prey whole without the need to chew. Imagine gulping down a meal the size of your head. Once they've swallowed their food, their unique digestive systems kick into gear, breaking down their meal over several days. This ability to consume whole prey serves them well in the wild, where they can go long periods without eating, absorbing nutrients from each meal efficiently. So next time you see a snake, remember, it's a true meat lover. Can you believe the dragonhead caterpillar's wild defense trick? This fascinating creature, scientifically known as the Hemeroplanes triptolamus, has developed an incredible way to protect itself from lurking predators. When threatened, it cleverly mimics a snake's head, creating the illusion that it is a more dangerous opponent. This skillful bit of camouflage not only confuses potential attackers, but also allows the caterpillar to evade danger effectively. It's amazing how such a small insect has evolved this unique defense mechanism to survive in the wild. By displaying a false head, the dragonhead caterpillar can lead predators to think twice before going in for a bite. Nature is truly remarkable, showcasing how creatures adapt in surprising ways to ensure their survival. This intriguing strategy offers a glimpse into the complex world of animal defense tactics. How many other extraordinary adaptations do you think exist in the animal kingdom? What if I told you seconds can change everything? 1,000,000 seconds equals about 11 days, which might seem like a decent chunk of time. But wait until you hear about 1 billion seconds. That massive amount of time stretches out to around 32 years. This eye-opening comparison shows just how different these large numbers really are. Think about it. 11 days feels like a vacation, but 32 years, that's a lifetime. In our everyday lives, we often use these terms without really grasping their scale. For instance, when we talk about saving $1 million versus $1 billion, we might get lost in the numbers. However, it's clear these figures hold vastly different meanings. As you reflect on time and numbers, remember that 1 million seconds can fly by, while 1 billion seconds might lead you into a whole new chapter of life. Are you amazed by how different they truly are? Why exactly does curated attract so many collectors? Curated is a rare mineral, celebrated for its stunning dark red crystals, making it a prized possession for rock hounds and mineral collectors alike. This mineral stands out not just for its vibrant color, but also for its unique formation process, often found in hard-to-reach locations, which adds to its allure. Collectors are drawn to curated because each crystal exhibits remarkable beauty, and many enthusiasts love the challenge of finding them. However, extracting curated is no easy feat. Its tightly bound locations make it tough to mine, requiring patience and skill. This exclusivity further fuels its demand, as fewer specimens are available on the market. With ongoing interest in curated, its reputation continues to rise, making it a hot topic among mineral enthusiasts. Have you ever considered starting your own mineral collection? Discover the pineal gland's surprising secrets. This tiny pine cone-shaped structure in our brain plays a big role in keeping our sleep-wake cycles in check by producing melatonin, a crucial hormone for regulating our sleep patterns. As we age, something interesting happens. Calcifications, commonly known as corpora arenacea, or brain sand, develop within the pineal gland. These deposits, made up of calcium and phosphate, seem to increase with age, though scientists still aren't quite sure what purpose they serve. While the exact role of these calcifications is a mystery, their presence raises questions about how they might impact our sleep or overall brain function. Some researchers are even exploring whether these deposits could be linked to age-related changes in sleep quality or neurological health. Understanding the pineal gland better could unlock secrets to improving our sleep and health as we get older. Why exactly does an owl hoot so much? The hoot of an owl is more than just a haunting sound in the night. It's a vital part of how these fascinating birds communicate. Research shows that owls hoot primarily to share messages with fellow owls. This vocalization helps them establish their territory by marking their domain, which is crucial for their survival. When an owl hoots, it's like announcing, "I'm here! This is my space!" This not only alerts other owls to their presence, but also discourages any potential intruders. If another owl hears the hoot and realizes they're stepping into someone else's territory, they might think twice about coming closer. Moreover, the pitch and rhythm of each hoot can convey different meanings, showing excitement or signaling a warning. Understanding these calls helps researchers and bird enthusiasts appreciate the complex social lives of owls. Believe it or not, Butterbean was a heavyweight champion. Eric Scott Esch, better known as Butterbean, made history by reaching a staggering peak weight of 425 pounds, which earned him the title of the heaviest boxer in boxing's long history. This American professional boxer, born in 1966, became a household name in the 1990s and early 2000s, not just for his impressive size, but also for his unique fighting style. Unlike the typical, nimble heavyweights, Butterbean's power and presence in the ring were truly astonishing. He fought in various organizations, including the International Sport Karate Association, and later took on professional boxing. Butterbean had a mixed career, showcasing his strength with a record that boasted numerous knockouts. Despite his size, he captivated audiences with his personality and charisma, becoming a beloved figure in the boxing world. So next time you think about heavyweight champions, remember Butterbean and his impressive journey? What do you think it takes to compete at that level? Believe it or not, bronze medalists are often happier. Research shows that Olympic athletes who win bronze tend to experience a greater sense of joy compared to their silver counterparts. This seemingly surprising phenomenon can be explained through a concept known as counterfactual thinking. For silver medalists, the focus often shifts to what they missed. Being so close to gold creates a deep sense of disappointment. They frequently think about how their performance could have changed in those final moments. In contrast, bronze medalists celebrate their achievement by comparing themselves to those who didn't win any medals. They often feel a wave of relief and gratitude for standing on the podium at all. This highlights how our mindset can greatly shape our happiness, revealing the importance of appreciation and perspective in our lives. Isn't it fascinating how our thoughts can influence our joy? Let's uncover the truth about brain image processing. Did you know your brain plays a fascinating trick on you? When you look at a photo or a scene, your eyes capture the image flipped upside down. This happens because the lens in your eyes inverts what you see before sending it to the brain. But here's the amazing part. Your brain, like an expert photographer, automatically flips that upside-down image back to its proper orientation. This incredible ability allows you to perceive the world accurately without even thinking about it. The brain's visual processing area quickly interprets those flipped images, enabling you to identify objects, navigate your surroundings, and engage with others seamlessly. So the next time you gaze at a stunning landscape or a beloved friend's face, remember that your brain is working hard behind the scenes to keep everything in the right direction. Here's what actually happens when insects mate. Many female insects mate only once in their lives. This unique mating behavior plays a crucial role in balancing insect populations. In certain regions, scientists have developed a fascinating method to control harmful insect populations. By releasing sterile males into the wild, these sterile males mate with females, who then produce no offspring, effectively reducing the number of pests over time. This approach has successfully wiped out troublesome species in different areas, providing a natural solution without the use of harmful chemicals. It's an elegant dance of nature's balance, where a single encounter can determine the fate of an entire population. By understanding these mating patterns, researchers can harness this knowledge to promote healthier ecosystems and make strides in pest management. Isn't it amazing how a simple mating strategy can lead to such impactful environmental benefits?